I'm supposed to wrap up, and I'm going to try to do this really fast. Now, at the risk of every author rising up saying, no, I didn't say that. So I'm going to preface this by saying this is my personal take on what has been said and what has been written. And therefore, do not feel that I have, that I am speaking or trying to conceptualize or reconceptualize what you said. Again, this is my personal take, but here goes. First panel. What we take away, I guess, or what I take away, is that U.S. and global institutions will not address either the problem of regulation, market banking regulation, or the problem of global imbalances, because essentially America will not return to solvency. That's number one, and that puts at risk the global economy, the dollar, puts at risk the collapse of the dollar, and certainly as a consequence, the capacity for the U.S. To survive as global leader beyond the medium term, or into the medium and beyond the medium term, as defined by Ashley. Second panel. China was and remains solvent and likely to recover in a V-shaped way, in other words, a sharp recovery. India was hit lightly compared to many others. The outlook is generally positive, but needed reforms are a major question in the future. Panel 3, Japan. Don't worry about the DPJ. From the strategic perspective, consequently, the big story is that the economic crisis, which is still a huge problem for Japan, is, as we look back at Asia, simply accelerating China's relative importance and rise, and relative importance in all questions, economic and political, in Asia. Russia. Russia is essentially an odd combination of third world corrupt oil state, residual communism, authoritarian, God knows what it is, but it's not a place in which that will be competitive in any way with the likes of a China or even India. That is probably a problem of instability in Central Asia and even of itself internally down the road. I conclude that the region will still be, in an even a faster fashion, more obvious fashion, responding to China's rise. That the China question looms even larger. And secondly, that looming large now, larger than perhaps ever in my lifetime, is the question of the U.S. getting its house in order, and as a consequence, giving itself another opportunity to lead. And I would say, as a corollary point, that without that leadership, that the general international system is more at risk. That's what I conclude. I have no idea. You guys can fight it out afterwards to see if I did the worst possible job in trying to pull it together. But thank you all for coming. Thanks to our sponsors. Thanks to Carnegie. And we are adjourned.